Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing the remaining parts of my makeup collection that I have so far for January of 2024. So here you're going to see some products are actually quite old. Some have been bought on repeat. So I'll start with, let's see, put those there, they go together. And then this go here. Those go together. All right. So what we have here, I'm gonna start with my, I guess, favorite of everything here, possibly, is my powder. And I have used this, I don't even know how many of these I've bought. I go through them pretty quickly because I powder my entire face. I used to be an oily skin person. Now I am more, I don't know, maybe combo or maybe just normal, I think. So it's like sometimes my skin is more oily depending on the weather and sometimes it is drier, but that definitely depends on where I am. So when I go back and visit my family, is a very different climate and I am definitely oily there. So my whole life I thought I was oily, moved, discovered I wasn't oily, and maybe it depends on where I am. So this is the e.l.f. HD powder, and it's just their like translucent or whatever color. They also have another shade of it. Obviously this is not going to work if you have much color at all to your skin, but for me it is fine and works well. So this is what I use. As far as another repeated buy, this Milani eyeshadow primer. I've bought, I guess I haven't bought that many of these because they take a while to go through. Before this, I used the Urban Decay eyeshadow potion and used some other ones. But this one is pretty similar to the Urban Decay in my opinion, and it does as good a job. It's cheaper, so this is what I will continue buying. This one I'd wanted to try, and it came with all those Ulta freebies I talked about. And it just doesn't want to, there we go. So the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer Nude. Wait, did I say this is the Milani? It's the Milani eyeshadow primer, was the other, my favorite. So this one people said was supposed to be even closer to the Urban Decay and just so good. Well, this one, it is a little too dark actually for me. So when I put it on, I have to be really careful where it ends up on my eye and, you know, make sure I'm really kind of blending it in and covering the whole area with eyeshadow. Whereas with the Milani one, I can put it on, rub it in, doesn't matter like where I get it, it's fine. I guess it kind of dries down clear for me. This one, definitely not, and it doesn't seem to work as well. So that's unfortunate, but at least I didn't actually go out and buy it, it just came. And yes, you'll see I have this down because I don't want to get makeup all over my floor. This one I have bought actually probably more than the Milani because it either starts to dry out or I just go through it pretty quickly because I need a little bit more of this than the Milani one. So this is the NYX Glitter Primer, though everyone calls it the Glitter Glue. And I like this a lot. You know, it helps to keep my eyeshadows on my eyelids and not falling all over my face. I'd heard for a long time that I should try this. Come on, can you? There we go. So it's the Fiorine, I think is how you say it, Pixie Epoxy. And this is very kind of liquidy. And, you know, you put on, they are very specific though that you should not use it with just any old shimmer. So I do feel like it does a good job of helping shimmers that are more chunky going on smooth. But my problem is that it doesn't help them last as long without creasing on my eyelids. I get more creasing with this than the NYX or Milani. So, you know, I might use it more on days when I can touch up my makeup, you know, or I'm not gonna be wearing it for as long. So just something to keep in mind with that one. I've also bought this more than once, this eyeliner. So it's the LA Girl Jet Setter Liquid Eyeliner in black. I always have some sort of liquid liner. This is just the current one that is not super expensive, stays on pretty well. My main issue, and I think it's on this one too, if I can show it, yeah, you can see there that one of the hairs is like sticking out, and that was actually after I even cut it. They just start to get all frayed, and so it's really hard to kind of use it because then I worry about it making a mess on other parts of my eye. But it stays on all day. It's actually kind of a little trickier to get off than other ones that I use, so you know, definitely good for, I don't think it's supposed to be waterproof, but it lasts pretty well. For a long time I didn't wear mascara because I felt like it hurt my eyelashes. I felt like they weren't, it was like making them shorter and stuff. I found tubing mascaras actually do a good job of not messing my natural lashes. And this one is from number 7, the Stay Perfect Long Wear Tubing Mascara, although they used to call it something else, but that's the current name. This one is, I like being able how to take these off the warm water. They come off easily. Otherwise they don't come off with makeup remover. And it does stay, it doesn't smudge or do anything weird, it doesn't mess with my eyelashes. I am interested in trying the one from e.l.f. that everyone's talking about. I also have a backup one that I forgot to bring out that is from Ulta Beauty. That is a tubing one from them that I'm not going to open yet until this one's been open longer, you know, until it's closer to done, because I only use one mascara at a time. So, and then these concealers. So I have this one from Flower Beauty that I bought after seeing people on YouTube talk about it, and it's the Get Real Serum Concealer. And again, I'm super pale, so mine is in the shade Porcelain. All right, it's definitely on the pink kind of side, maybe a little peach. I don't know. It's so hard to tell when it's so light if it's pink or peach. I don't know. It's somewhere in that on my. I guess like it kind of looks a little peachy here, but on my skin maybe it looks a little pink. I don't know. It definitely is not a neutral undertone though. It has a tint to it. Whereas this one from NYX, I thought would be, I don't know why, but in the store it looked less bright, and I'm like, oh, that might be good. I might have picked a shade too bright for me. So this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and you are in, oh, there we go, Alabaster. And they have a whole fancy little number thing, but you know, Alabaster. Well, turns out that this one is basically the neutral of the Flower Beauty. They're the same lightness and just more neutral. So I can use them interchangeably. I was thinking the Flower Beauty was too bright for me, but actually I think they are fine, and I just can't use a lot of either one, so it's too much for me if I use a lot. But yeah, I'm more focusing on the Flower Beauty one right now just because I've had it open for longer. But both seem fine, don't have any stellar reviews or complaints. So, and that's it for, oh no, it's not. Look, I always forget about these. These are old. I think in order of age would be this eyeliner, which is why it's from NYX, and it's a slide on, glide on, stay on, and definitely a turn on. Extreme Shine Eyeliner. These names are just wild. In pure white. So yeah, it's just a white eyeliner. It was back when everyone was talking about doing it in your waterline. I don't do things in my waterline. I think I tried like a couple times and I decided that is not for me, and I don't want to risk things with my eyes like that. So I hardly use it because when I try to use it, and sometimes I use this for like other random makeup things like Halloween looks or something, just have a white liner. But yeah, otherwise it just kind of sits. This black one was also bought because everyone's kind of talking about it. So this is, again, NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean. I guess you can kind of compare it to the white one, although I've used the white one a good bit too. So actually it looks like I've used more of the white one, so there you go. So yeah, I also have the same one in, what is it? Milk. I didn't think the black one was then maybe worth what I bought it as like a base, I guess. But it's creamy and it gets creasy, so I end up not using it. It's kind of thick to use on my eyes. And for some reason I thought the white would be good as a base. Same kind of problem that I did about creasing. It's also a little bit dry, I feel like. So like more waxy than the black. But anyway, that is it for my other random makeup products. I'll see you next time.